Okay, here is our final set of paradigms, humanism and constructivism. Starting with the big idea, I know that these two paradigms are very different. That humanism is all about learning happening best when it's personal. And the other one, constructivism, learning happens when new information is attached to existing information in meaningful ways. So they're both kind of meaningful, but for humanists, it's more about it being personal. For constructivists, it's more about that attaching new information to existing knowledge. Inside the brain, for humanists, they think about, again, the personalization. So it is that students acquire information, then they have to personalize it, and then they internalize it. And this is signified by the little fish who grabs something to eat, another little fish, and then, okay, she. Then she puts a little bow on the fish, and then she internalizes the fish, which, don't ask me why a fish would need to put a bow on a smaller fish before he or she eats it. But, you know, these are the things that I think of at 3 o'clock in the morning. And yeah. All right. So acquire, personalize, and internalize for the humanists. All right. What happens inside the brain for a constructivist? Inside the brain, there are these structures called schema or schemata. And this is the way that knowledge is organized in the brain in these file folders. All right, so the role of the teacher for the humanist. The humanist teacher it's very important that he or she knows her students or his students. And these are the things that you have to know: their feelings, their interests. This is a dinosaur. I always try to use a dinosaur when it has to do with interests. Their likes and dislikes, and this is the little Facebook page with the thumbs up and thumbs down. And then abilities, and this is a gymnast. And although you cannot see it, the gymnast is wearing Fila sneakers, F-I-L-A, if that works for you. That is a verbal linguistic technique to help you remember. So when you know your students, what do you know? You know their feelings, interests, likes and dislikes, and abilities, F-I-L-A. The role of the teacher for constructivism, although it's listen, don't tell, I added some additional stuff here because I felt like listen, don't tell might go along with another paradigm as well. But if we clarify and talk about, okay, well, what else besides just listen, don't tell? The constructivist teacher provides a variety of experiences for her students, and she says to them, I don't want you to repeat after me. I want you to explain it in your own way. And that really captures the spirit of the constructivist teacher. All right, the role of the student for the humanists is that students are capable of learning through their own effort. And the role of the student for constructivism is that the student should build his or her own understanding.